After the ball is over, after this game is done, after the die lot's finished, and you are short just one, many a knitter has made a tearful and desperate call, pleading with their local yarn shop, go after that ball.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 306. It is Monday, April 30th, 2018, as we are recording. It's approximately 2:30, I guess, or thereabouts.
The sheep has been shorn.
Yes, both sheep have been shorn.
Mm-hmm.
We want to welcome all new and returning viewers. We want to thank you for joining us. We're glad that you decided to join us for some fun in the Woman Cave.
Mm-hmm.
If you are new, we're glad you found us, and we hope you return to join us for the fun in the Woman Cave. If you are returning, we're glad you're back. If you are in the shadows, new or returning, as I say this every week, I bet people who have watched this for a while can do the script.
Mm-hmm.
Please feel free to join the Ravelry group. We're Pen, Hook, and Needles on Ravelry. And if you join us officially, you'll be eligible for the prizes and the giveaways and things like that happen. Plus, be a member of a really super group. It's a lot of fun. Great people there. And if you are joining the YouTube channel, please feel free to press the subscribe button on your right and ring the little bell so that you get your subscription notices.
Yes.
We do have a new member.
You did give me some of this, Mom.
Okay. We do have a new member, Phil Bister Bartel.
Ah,
and that's Katie. Welcome, Katie. We're glad to have you with us.
Welcome.
And you should have your package by now, I think, or maybe tomorrow. Katie. By the time she sees this, she should have it, I hope. Okay. So welcome, Katie. We're glad to have you with us.
Packages. Guys, I will explain why more packages have not been out.
Now or later?
Later.
Okay. What do you have? Oh, is it my turn to do mug?
It is your turn to do mug.
Okay.
Because you have way more products than I do.
In my Boston Starbucks mug, which I don't like Starbucks, but I do like their mugs. My Boston mug that Talia got me a few years ago is I do not have.
It has been a few years now.
I do not have chai tea in here.
What do you have in there?
I have Plum Deluxe, white chocolate peppermint herbal tea. Okay, this is one of my acquisitions. I can't read what it says over there.
Hold on. I just want to show it. Now you can read it.
Thank you for your permission.
You're welcome.
White chocolate peppermint herbal tea for sweet and cozy moments. All organic Rubio's tea, honeybush tea, cocoa nibs, coconut flakes, white chocolate essence, no caffeine, no love and gratitude.
Did you see the white chocolate essence?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
No love and gratitude,
No love and
Andy.
gratitude for you.
No love and gratitude.
You see, I have to show her how it's done because she's so used to just saying chai tea.
No love and gratitude. But I know it's in there. So, this is excellent.
I've already tried it.
Okay. That's good.
It is a good tea. So, this one is in my Dysautonomia Awareness mug simply because I'm too lazy to get all the hooks and stuff out of my other mugs. And this is my easiest one to access. You guys have been with me been with us long enough to know that I will go through like months where I use the same mug, and then I free up one of my other mugs, and then I use that mug for months.
Well, probably once we hit June, when we hit Tortoise versus Hare,
Yeah.
we'll pull out our Tortoise versus Hare mugs.
Yeah, that's usually what happens. So, this is the Heartfelt Blend Herbal Tea by Plum Deluxe. It's a warm hug in a mug. And it's honeybush tea, cocoa nibs, orange peel, rose petals, chocolate/orange essence, love and gratitude. I got love and gratitude.
How come she got love and gratitude, Andy?
Because he loves me and is grateful for me.
Why?
Because I am awesome.
He don't know you too well, do he?
I'm not sure if you're worthy of this.
The elevator goes up. Not worthy.
Not worthy.
Okay. Yes, that was a reference, and I'm sure everybody got it. Most people, anyway. Yours is hotter than mine. That's good. I think that I'm not getting complete heat on here because it's bigger.
That might be.
Yeah. Oops.
Yeah.
That's really good. Okay, moving on. The coupon code for Lady Fernicle Creations, my shop, is still going. It will be live until June 30th, 2018 for 15% off. It's PHNACW June 18.
Are you sure yours is on?
Yeah.
Okay.
PHN ACW June 18, and it's 15% off, and that goes to June 30th. Okay, and Lady Fernicle Creations, anything in the shop. Okay. Doesn't matter how many times you use it during that time period. Okay, and I do try to put everything up. I do try to tag it with the code so that it will come up as well. Okay. In other groups, Harry Potter Cal is still going on. That's a year-long Cal in the Victorian Studio podcast. That's Maureen. And the rules are in her group, but it's pretty simple. Anything that deals with Harry Potter. Okay? The Family Movie Night Cal is in the Crocheting Whovian podcast. That's Laura, Crocheting Whovian. And it's similar to our Tea and Tales, but it has to do with movies. And I think it's movies and musicals and things like that. TV shows and things like that.
Musicals are generally movies.
Well, yeah.
I mean, I guess unless it's on Broadway, but...
TV shows, things like that. So, and the rules are in her group. Year long. The Year of the Socks Cal, also in Crocheting Whovian podcast. And that's also year. It's a socks. Okay. The Shorty Socks Cal is Undead Heidi. That's Nitty Girl and the Undead Yarn podcast group. And again, I'm not really sure how long that's going, but I do think it's a year. And she says Shorty Socks, but as I've said before, I believe she's accepting all socks, but you might want to check the rules.
Yeah, check her rules.
Okay. There's the 18 hats in 2018 in the Comforting Crafts group, which is
did you say it's called Comforting
No,
Crafts
I did
again?
not. I said Comforting Crafts group.
She keeps saying that you're Comforting Crafts.
I think her ears are broken.
That's what I'm hearing. Like, crap game, like in...
B-Wing Brittany, Comforting Crafts, 18 hats in 2018, and 18 toys in 2018 for Studio Von Design, who is Vonnie, and that's Bee's Knees, okay? The 2018 Tracking Stash, that's what it's called, that's Deb's Destiny, who is Debbie, and Blue Yarn Always, who is Sheila, and the Never Cast Off podcast. The rules are in their groups. They're all worth watching or being a member of, depending on whether the podcast groups or not. And the last one, the Tracking Stash, I think they said they may or may not have prizes depending on participation. Okay. Now, autism awareness is going strong. I've been giving you facts pretty consistently for the last 3 or 4 weeks. I'm going to give you a break this week and next week because I didn't have time to look up this week, and next week will be hectic with Maryland Sheep and Wool and everything. So,
yes.
I will go over the rules. Let me see here. It has to be, let me see. Okay. It started April 1st, goes to June 30th. This is a fun one because it's all bright colors. All right. So about 75% bright colors. I appreciate all the people who are asking about bright colors very much. If we are unsure and you are unsure, we'll leave it up to you.
Just if it's black, you can be pretty sure it's not.
Right. Well, if it's you can tell pretty much if it's more than 70% or 75% a color. If you're not sure if the color is bright, we can't tell sometimes on the monitors, so we're going to trust you on it. Okay.
Now, if something's black and you're calling that a bright color, we're not going to trust you on that.
No, well, that's obvious. Okay. All right. Now, please tag your objects PHN AA 2018. So PHN AA 2018 on Ravelry and hashtag PHN AA 2018 on Instagram. Okay. We have co-host Laura, who's a Crocheting Whovian. Again, this year, I think this is her 3rd year with us. We're really happy to have her back. And Cappy, the Yarnite, is her 2nd year with us. We're glad to have her back.
Indeed.
And we have a support over at the Loom Along group, which is 2 of the moderators are Mom Cook, who is Renee, and Beth, who is Round and Round I Go.
Yes.
Okay, and they have other administrators, but I don't know who they all are. I think Cody is one, but I don't remember what her rap name is. Okay, you must be a member of the group to which you post your projects, and they must be knitted, crocheted, or loom knitted. And I said bright colors. Okay, 1 WIP per project per week, and the FO whenever it is finished. We do have featured patterns. We have, this is the autism awareness. I keep getting mixed up with the T and Tail, so I have to read this.
Right.
All right, we have.
Well, this is the first year where we've had 2 concurrent. Well, I mean, we've had 2 concurrent in the past, but 2 concurrent throughout the year.
Yeah.
Well,
That's all ours.
Yeah.
Usually,
But this is the first year we've had that.
yeah, because usually when we do a second one, we are co-host with somebody else, not having 2. All right, any Franciscan Gypsy design pattern, anything in brightly colored Lady Fernicle Creations yarn, especially the 2018 Autism Awareness colorways, any brightly colored pattern by Crocheting Hoovian, who's Laura Concert, any yarn and ICAPI bright colored yarn, and any, where is it? Miss World patterns, especially her bear, her weighted lapgan and bear, and her bear. All these are featured patterns and yarns. They are eligible for 2 chances at a prize for the finished object, and 3 chances at a prize if you use my yarn or Cappy's yarn with the pattern. Okay.
And you have to be a part of the groups in which you want to get prizes. So,
Right.
unfortunately, being YouTube members does not put you in a position to get prizes. You have to be in the groups and post your projects.
And you are responsible for your multiple postings and
Yes.
telling why they are multiple postings.
Yes.
All right. Okay. Let's see here. The prizes we have. I'm not going to show you all the prizes except for the one that we just received. But Looney Hiker has donated a shawl pattern, and Cappy and her mother have donated a set of Cappy's mom's stitch markers. I forget which one we have. I have to look. Victorian Studio, who's Maureen, has 2 sets of stitch markers / progress keepers of 3 each. 3 yellows is one set, and 2 red and 1 purple is another set.
And that's
Puzzle pieces.
the puzzle pieces.
The Silver Shed USA, who is Ann Brody, she sent us a wonderful surprise, and I hadn't had a chance to thank her for it and let her know it got here. And I forgot, I will write to you to say it got here belatedly. She sent us 2 bags for you guys. I think this is a medium, maybe?
Looks like.
I think this is a medium. And this is the Autism Awareness Puzzle Pieces wedge bag. And it's got this really nice green and white
Oh, that's nice.
polka dots. And then
Sorry,
I
guys.
think this is her travel bag, the adventure bag.
Right, this
In
is
the Autism Awareness.
the...
We gave one of these out a while ago. And this is a really fun bag to have.
And that's really nice for that nice small project.
The little baby hats, the little socks, maybe a scarf. As long as you have the ball, if you want to carry the ball with you, it might be good, even especially good for like squares and things like that. So the lovely Ann Brody, Silver Shed USA, donated these to us, and you guys have a chance to win this. One for each of 2 lucky winners. Deb's Destiny, who is Debbie, donated 2 copies of her stained glass cape pattern that 2 people already won. I am amazed that Beth, who is Round and Round I Go, has already adapted it to the loom, and I can't wait to see how that
Works out,
works out for her, and for just to see how it looks. I'm sure it'll be beautiful. And I did. Laura Smoot has given us it's like a lint brush, but it's for pills.
Yeah.
And it's called a Lily brush. So thank you.
Thank you.
And Amy is donating a copy of her Autism Awareness Bear and Weighted Lap Pad pattern. And she said if you already own that pattern, you can choose any other pattern from her small collection. And she has, like I said, she said other bear. I would grab that in a heartbeat if I already had the other.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what her other bear is called. Because he was a featured one last year.
Yes,
too.
he was, along with the other one. That's why I'm
Yeah.
featuring him again this year. And I don't remember what he's called.
Scrappy.
Scrappy Bappy Bear or something. I don't know. It's cute. It's
Yeah.
cute. It's got the little like the stitches and where it's been sewn and things like that as embellishments. And then we have a skein of yarn from Christina, who's Mama C. It's blue yarn that came back from the last along because the person who received it said that she would like to pass it on, not because she didn't like it, but just
For
because-
reasons.
For reasons that she had. Okay. All right, let's see here.
Did we talk about Tea and Tails?
Not yet. I'm getting to that. Whoops.
See, I listen to stuff.
No, you don't, because you would know if I got the Tea and Tails.
But
before I forget, in the autism awareness, the Jack Be Nimble pattern, which is by Mom Cook, is a LumiKnit pattern, and she is donating the proceeds from the sale of this Lumalong pattern during April and May to the Autism Research Institute in San Diego. So it's not an expensive pattern, so if you don't loom knit and you want to gift it to somebody, that might be nice. If you want to pick it up for yourself and try loom knitting, Mom Cook, Renee is extremely accessible and very sweet. So, you might want to check that out. All right. So we want to thank all of our donators for their generosity.
Indeed.
Now, the Tea and Tails is our year-long Cal-Cal. It's our first year-long Cal-Cal. Cal-Cal-Lao. I don't have the L here for this one.
Well, because Lao's a new thing for us.
Yes, it is. And this runs all year long, as I said. The projects are knit, loom knit, or crocheted. This is going to be a regular thing for us, knit, loom knit, and crocheted. Previous WIPs are allowed, as they are in the autism awareness as well, but must be worked on during the along, and they must reflect the theme, tea and or tails. It does not have to be both, but that would be cool if they were.
Yes.
Okay, but it has to have one or the other at least. Chatter and pictures in the same thread, as always, and as I said, they must be tied in some shape or form, way, shape, or form to tea and tails. All right, let me see. I already said all that. The same, what?
Nothing. I'll explain later.
Okay. The same featured patterns as always in our group. Franciscan Gypsy Designs FOs that can be related to tea and or tails, and any FOs in Lady Fernico Creations yarn that can be related to tea and tails will be eligible for 2 chances at a prize, as will featured patterns by Joanna Johnson, that's knit, Taya's crocheted, except for her Duke, and Mom Cook, who is Renee, and hers are loom knit.
See how we did that?
Wow, it's like clockwork. And featured patterns by Laura Concert, who they can be, tied to tea and tails. I do apologize. It seems like they just.
From 1540865.
I apologize.
Probably a telemarketer.
I don't know. And I need to see who it is just in case, but...
Well, it's not like we can do anything about it anyway.
Well, I can turn it off.
I guess you're
or we
right.
can turn off the camera, but... Okay.
Well, it must not have been that important. Okay then.
All right. So, what I mentioned, the patterns and the yarns, if they're used together in an FO, they get 3 chances of a prize. If it's just the yarn related to tea and or tails, or just the pattern related to teas and tails that we mentioned, then it's related to 2 chances at a prize. But you are responsible for double posting and saying why they get the multiple posts. And if I confused you, it is in the group. If the phone call kind of confused everybody. Okay. For this time around, we have 2 prizes. One is a Plum Deluxe tea little thing we'll be putting together, and the other is a skein of yarn from Margaret, who is Fiber Herbert.
And we will be obtaining from you what your allergies are, and
right?
stuff
In case you can't have caffeine, you can't have nuts or whatever.
Right, because I know different people have different things that they're able to do.
And this one, as I said before, we are starting from where we left off first quarter, so it'll be post 9/49 to wherever we end on the end of June. And then, we'll start the third quarter from that point. But when we finally get to the last point, we have, after we've drawn all the quarters, we also have a big prize. And the big prize has gotten a little bigger. We have a package of mini skeins. We have a Silver Shed USA Ambrody medium sheet product bag. And Brittany's cards. Okay, and there might be 1 or 2 more things being added. We're going to Maryland Sheep and Wool this weekend, so we'll see.
Right.
So this is a nice size package for the winner. This is the last big huge prize is going to be from 2 through whatever. It's everybody is eligible. It doesn't matter if you won one of the quarters or not. You're still eligible.
Yeah.
Okay. I thought I was going to have a rest talking, but I have to start. So we're going to go into
because you have how many projects?
9.
And I have 4.
Okay. But that sounds impressive, but I only did a little work, so let's just see. All right, I'm going to start with my Kiki Boo Holiday Owls bag by Denise. who's knitting Den. She gave this to me. No, you bought it for me.
Yeah.
And in here is
Well,
my...
she was going to give Denise credit for giving her something that I actually
I
gave
know.
her.
Well, she gave me another bag.
No, no.
Here
I
is
see the
my...
gratitude.
Here is the beginning of my Pretty in Pink little loom baby hat. And this is a bulky weight yarn. This is... I think this is it. Honolulu Pink. Hometown USA Honolulu Pink. And this is 81 yards, 100% acrylic, super bulky, number 6. I guess theoretically I could make that sweater in a super bulky with bigger needles, just be a bigger sweater.
Yeah.
So that's what it looks like. Little tiny baby blanket. Yeah, baby blanket.
Yeah, that'd be a really tiny baby blanket.
It's a baby hat, but I'm working on. Okay.
You have to steek that.
I would. I don't steek. Okay, this is a prize. I guess I'll put it in here. Okay. All right, my next one, because I have to do 2, is my Mother's Day shawl. You haven't seen this one in a while. This is in my Ploverbird owl bag, because I do have a lot of owl bags. And this is my Mother's Day shawl project from the Dead Easy pattern by Heidi, who is Knitty Girl, okay, of Undead Yarn. And I'm using US 6s with this. I didn't realize they were so small. That's why they're so sharp. And this is Undead Yarn.
6s aren't that small.
Well, it is compared to what I've been using. And I'm doing her expanded shawl. So it's really tight on the needles. This is all Undead Yarn as well. I think it's Jaws colorway, and I don't remember what the other, I think the other 2 are Roadkill. So you can see the colors. It's coming up. It's really, really, really bunched up on the needles. I mean, I can't...
I mean, it is a small shawl. But...
It is a very small shawl, but this is the larger one, so I still have about... maybe 10 or 15 rows to go. And it took me 2 hours to get across one row last time I did it, like a whole movie. So it takes me a while to work on this. So
Which I'm not sure if it's a testament to the speed of your knitting or the length of the row or both.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know either.
And I don't know if I stopped during the movie.
Right, which sometimes happens if you're
Yeah.
really focused on something. It's not like you're straight knitting. No one does when they're watching something.
And because this is the larger version, I may not do the whole... I'm already in what she did to make it bigger, but I may just go until this is finished. We'll see. Because I have to do something every time I change a color, and I'm not sure I want to do that again. Because it hurts my hands a little bit. So, not that it's hard or anything like that. We'll just see how I feel.
You might actually find that you want to stop before it finishes, because you still have quite a bit of yarn there.
Yeah, I do.
I mean...
What do you mean before? This little bit?
Oh, Mom, that's quite a bit of yarn row-wise. You can get quite a bit out of that.
Well, I want to do at least 2 or 3 rows.
Oh, that's way more than 2 or 3 rows.
I mean, and then I have to do a... Well, I can't say because it's pay-for pattern.
I mean, I'd say that's at least 10 rows.
Oh, good. Then I
if
can
not more.
I'll probably do about 5 then, and just and then go from there.
Yeah, Mom, you have a lot of yarn there.
And then I'll just bind it off because it's gonna be smaller than I like, but I want to finish it.
Yeah.
And and I can still use it as a kerchief kind of thing.
Okay, so it's my turn. This is the Just a Little Chilly Mitered Square Afghan using Scrap Sport, Decay, Worsted Weight. Scrap Sport, Decay, and Worsted Weight yarns. I was just mangling it all together.
Okay.
And this is before Kay had written her
her pattern.
Her pattern. This is just
Stitch in Time.
Yeah, Stitch in Time. This is back when she was just doing Mitered Square.
Stitch in Time. Stitch in Time.
I was just thinking. Yeah, no, Stitch in Time is the one that I'm thinking of because she has 2 blankets that came out like almost back to back.
Well, she has the Stitch in Time. She has the Bits and Bobs.
Yeah, so Stitch in Time is what I'm thinking of. But this was based on her tutorial for Mitered Square several years back. I guess it was a couple years back. So, finished this square. And let me go ahead and remove this marker. There we go. And I need to show the cute little bunny again.
Cute little bunny.
You ready for your close-up?
Mr. DeMille. Very nice.
Cute little bunny. And then I start this square.
Very nice.
So that's all on this blanket. That's all, folks.
Da-da-da, that's all, folks. Okay, my next one is in my, let's see, Ploverbird sheep bag. And this is my Happiness is a Rainbow project from, it's a shawl from my own pattern. And I'm using US 7s for this. Chalgu red lace and Lion Brand Mandala DK yarn. And I think this is the gnome colorway for whatever reason.
Oopsie.
And I didn't do a whole lot on this, but I did do some. The green is on here. You can see the whole row of green this time. And it is getting pretty, well, I thought you could see the whole row of green, but you can't. I just started the green. And here's my stitch marker from Maureen. Autism Awareness. Thank you, Maureen. And this is fun. I mean, I would like to finish it. I have the green, and I can already see the blue peeking through. So there's not a whole lot of this green. You can see there's green, and then kind of a teal or blue, and then another green, and then purple. And when I get to the purple, I think I have to think about maybe binding off.
Mm-hmm.
And this is going to be kind of a rough draft because I'm wondering, I'd like to maybe do some ribbing or something on my other one, on the blue one.
Right.
On the edge of it. I'll have to see. But this is fun because I know what I'm doing in my head. I don't really have to, I look at my little notes to refer back to make sure what I'm doing, but I just kind of sit there and do it. And that's always fun. How many did you say you had?
4.
Okay. One more to do then.
So I only have 3 left.
Okay, let's see here. Where is my... It ate it. Okay, there it is.
Yummy.
Alright, so that's that one. And my next one is in my... I got a lot of Ploverbird bags out today. Ploverbird pink and purple teapots bag, or tea, whatever you want to call it. And this is my Sherwood Shawl TGV High Speed Knitting Pattern by Susan Ashcroft. I like this. I haven't done a whole lot of work on this because I've been doing other things, but I can only work on one shawl a day when it's this long. So, see, it is getting long.
Yeah.
It's actually quite, it's already, I'm sorry, Taya. So I can, it's a little bunch doing this, so it's already past my wingspan, and I have a lot to do yet. And I'm going to go until the yarn is used up, if I can, and I've got this much yarn.
Oh, you have a lot to go.
Yeah. So this might be done by next year's Maryland Sheep and Wool. It'd be nice if it was done by Christmas, because like nice colors. Okay.
Was that 2?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. So in my Silver Shed USA Rebel Scum bag is the King of Humbug, which is a Diana's Hat pattern by Joanna Johnson. I'm using Lady Fernico Creations Merino Nylon Fingering in the colorway Barnum. And because it's a Diana's Hat, it is a Tea and Tails project. Because Diana's Hat is a, not Rose and Bloom, wow. Is an Anna Green Gables reference.
Right. And my Sherwood Shawl is also a Tea and Tails Robin Hood.
So, this just got a little bit of Knitting Lies grocery shopping. And since apparently I'm showing stitch markers today, this is Anubis.
Alright. As a Stargate.
Although I'm pretty sure it was Egyptian mythology first.
Stargate. I picked it up for the Stargate.
Yes. But, yeah, this just got a little bit of work done on it. I mean, it's not terribly far off. I have a few more rows of straight knitting before I have to think about decreasing.
Right. Okay, let's see here. In my Pettis Kim Dusty Rose flower bag that she gave me when I won this from her. It's one of her first bags. It's really nice material. This is my Miss Birdie Bee baby hat, and this is also using that Lion Brand super bulky, and the colorway is Pittsburgh Yellow. I made a little progress on this.
Is that the one you changed looms on?
Yes, I did change the looms on this because the other loom was for worsted or 2 strands of worsted together. So,
Is this working a lot better for you?
yes, this is better. I mean, it's still very dense, but I can see somebody wearing it as a hat.
Right.
It's, you know, the other one was like you're putting on a helmet. So, and this is lovely.
Proof.
Far away, far away. There we go.
Ricochet.
There. Well, this I meant to put this in a different bag because it doesn't quite fit in here when I have the yarn. There.
You just shove it down there.
All right. Was that my second one?
No.
No, it's my first one. Okay. Ah, okay. My next one is in my Words bag, Mama C bag, right? Yes, Mama C.
Yes.
This is Lady Caprice. This is named after Cappy because the yarn for the shell is the yarn and I in the Lady Fernico colorway that she gave me. She made for me. So there's a shell. I didn't do a whole lot, but there it is. The shell. This is what it looks like in the skein.
Very pretty.
And the accent yarns, well, the bottom of the shell and the head will be in this. And I haven't decided which is which yet. This is Dragonfly Fibers?
That's the
Villainous.
villainous.
And this is Marigold Gem.
I hadn't realized how much of the villainous I had left over.
This is the Marigold Gem in the Tangerine Speedo. So I like this pattern. I like Taya's toy patterns. They're probably my favorite patterns for toys.
Thank you much.
So I just take my time with it. Just put this in here. I don't want to get it all. I do have other toys that I make, but most of the time I stick with Taya's. There we go.
So, the next one is in my Silver Shed USA Nursing Caps on Pale Field bag. This is a new project. This is 9. It's the Decennium pattern by Vintage Pearls.
It's actually called 9?
No, it's a project name.
Oh, the project name.
The pattern's name is Decennium.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
And it's I'm using Miss Babs Tarte Babette in the colorway Electric Turquoise, Spring Treed Road in the colorway Jenny Linsky. The funny thing about the Spring Tree Road is I picked it up for a different project several years back, and I wasn't happy with the colorway.
Yeah.
I think there was a confusion between what I saw on the screen and what I actually received. I think I thought it was more purple or something.
I had some trouble with that person as well. I think it was that person, or maybe it was a different person, but with the colorway that it was either you were unsure with the monitor or what. You know,
So-
we were really new when we were buying something.
Yes, and I didn't think to read the description.
Yeah.
So that's my fault if I didn't read the description. But the colorway is Jenny Linsky, and then Zen Yarn Garden Serenity Silk in the colorway Blood Orange. And it's called, I call the project 9 because it's the 9th project page for this hat. And this is what it looks like. It's not a very, not necessarily the best picture of that hat, but and this is my first time doing the Canoe Troy cast on and corrugated ribbing. So Canoe Troy is a 2-color cast on.
I think Dan was doing a corrugated ribbing on something. Or was it K?
I don't know. I didn't watch Pop.
I don't know if it was on Pop.
It would have been on Pop because I'm all caught up otherwise. So you can see the bottom here shows a 2-color cast on, because you can do a corrugated ribbon without a 2-color cast on. but it's easier if you have the 2-color cast on. And this cast on took a little while. And then the corrugated ribbing is just this.
Do you have red in there, or is it the red cord?
No, it's red in there.
Okay.
Oh, I don't do a safety cord.
No. I was talking about your
Oh, no, there is an actual red cord in there. I'm actually currently knitting in the red.
Because I see the black and everything, and I see this red on top, so I thought it was in the cord.
No, it's, first I had the black and blue alternating. Then I had a row of red and blue alternating, then black and blue alternating, then the red and blue again.
That's all in the ribbing?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I have a few more rows before I can start the actual hat. So this was kind of cool. Mom gave me this hat pattern, I think for my birthday. And this is just some new skills being learned for this, which is cool.
Very nice. Okay. Bless you.
Thank you.
Okay, I don't remember working on this, but apparently I have. In my Faith, Hope, and Love bag from Knitting's My Bag, Lois, is and the Owls Have It project. I think I must have worked just a small amount on this, because I still haven't hit the owls, for the cable for the owls yet, so I didn't do a whole lot. Just a little bit. I'm going to change these markers out because they keep getting caught. I'm going to put the new markers I got in here, my little owl markers. But hey, that would be appropriate.
It would be appropriate.
And she just came out with the second. I just downloaded the rest of the second block now. She came out with that. So there's not a whole lot to see here. It's just nitpicks or something. And I'm just starting the stockinette part. You have the ribbing edges and the stockinette before you do whatever you have to do. So I've been having fun with that. Seems like I'm kind of wanting to do smaller projects right now.
Right. You look like you have 3 projects left?
I did my second one and the last 2.
Oh, okay.
This one's a frog.
Oh, okay. Because I only have 1 project left.
All right, so my next one is in my Knitting's My Bag French Ladies bag. And this is the Elora Danon baby sweater from the In3's A Baby Cardigan pattern by Kelly Herdrick. I did a little bit on this. I actually did the first buttonhole, and I'm getting ready to do the second.
Oh, it's a pretty color.
So I didn't see at first why it was called stripes. Now I do. I think this is the top. I think this is the top.
Okay.
I think it goes top down. I think. Anyway, it looks like this. However it goes. I don't know if you can see.
Yeah, they can kind of see. Hang on.
And this is
why did you release it? Why am I holding this?
I love this yarn print in the colorway 500 Sea Spray Stripe. I just wanted to see what it said. So
you can kind of get a look at it there.
I like doing baby sweaters with little cap sleeves, because right now I'm too chicken to do sleeves, but I'm doing sweaters. That's a start. Baby steps.
What are these baby steps of which you speak?
Here's the buttonhole right here. I don't know if you can see it.
Buttonholes are kind of hard to see.
Right
there you go.
So, and I'm using, this is a worsted weight sweater, and I'm using US 8s. Chalgoos, of course. I have to order a set of Chalgoos. Not a set, but a
Yeah, I know what you mean.
needle. A pair of needles.
So my last project is in my Ploverbird multiple tie-dye bag. And this is Plum Deluxe, so it's a tea and tails. And this is the Stethoscope Cozy pattern by Kim Sheeler, although I'm doing the modifications that another person had done, so it fit over the stethoscope head. And I am using Lady Fern Co. Creations Fingering Sock in the colorway Plum Deluxe 2016 Revamped. Not very much is done on this because I just wanted to start this so I could take it to Maryland Sheep and Wool with me. Stay. So, it keeps wanting to roll off my lap.
Is that a 3 needle?
Yeah.
I mean, you're using 4, not 5?
Yeah, normally I use 5, but because at one point you do need to have just 3 needles, I just knit this particular pattern with just 3. It's not my preferred. I prefer to have 5, the stitches being held by 4 and knitting with the 5th. But just this particular pattern.
Very nice.
So,
Cool.
I figured I wanted one more non-Christmassy stethoscope cozy before I cast on the Christmassy one.
That was one of the Plum Deluxe for this year. One of them.
It says 2016 on it.
Revamped.
Oh, okay.
I put that out with the purple.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Are you done with that?
I am. This is my last project.
Okay, this is a new project. It's Faith of Our Fathers bookmark project from the Ancient Mosaic bookmark pattern by Marieke Meyer. And I'm not sure I said that right, but that's okay. And I'm using Knit Picks for this. I'm using size 2 DPNs because I didn't have any circs. This is a new skill for me. You can see. Let's see.
Oh, very nice.
It's mosaic color work.
So, hold on.
There's something I want you to look at. I'm going to leave it. I missed something. I must have been not paying attention or I read it wrong. I have one color that I missed.
So, I haven't done mosaic personally. What do you do differently? What makes it mosaic first?
Slip stitches.
Okay. So, it's all one color.
Each row is one color. You do slip stitches to get the other colors in.
Oh, okay.
And I really like it. The pattern looks like this. And I may or may not fix the little mistake. This will probably be mine anyway, because I tried fixing. I must have started this about 5 times. So by the time I messed up with this particular color, it's right here.
Yeah, I can see.
I was like, I'm not fixing that. I'm not taking it all out, because if I try to go back where I have the slip stitches and stuff, I'm going to have to start over again.
Right.
So it's not that important to me right now. It's a design element for me. This is for me. If I make it as a gift or something, I'll fix it. But if this is just for me or for my husband or something,
Yay for trying new skills.
Yeah, I did want to show you. Wait till you. This is my foray into color work, mosaics. I was looking at the mosaic, and some of it looks just as complicated as some of the other color work, but all I have to do is use 2 colors at a time. Mm-hmm. So I like that.
Or 1 color at a time, technically.
Well, yeah. But I mean, if there's more than 1 color, because some of them you'll have this, and then the next row might be 2 different colors.
Okay,
so it's really pretty. That's what those shawls are, the mosaics.
Not all of them are.
Out of the ones I did, I think 5 out of 6 were mosaics. So that's what I'm doing. I'm happy with it. And I need to get size 2 circs because this is driving me nuts. The little DPNs. They said to do like 1.5, but I looked at other people who did the sport weight and they were doing 2s. So I did 2. I didn't have 1.5. I had 1 or I had 2. Okay.
I don't have anything else, Mom.
I don't either until we go.
Oh, you don't?
Well, I have FO.
Oh, okay. So that leads us to writer's block.
Writer's block.
That's frogging.
Frogging, yes. Okay, you recognize this bag. This was my mystery Cal, the Helen Stewart Cal, and it's not that I didn't like her pattern. I do. I just get off count all the time with her. And honestly, I did it. It's not that I got caught up in it. That's not it. I like the idea of it. Mm-hmm. And I like the pattern from what I could see. It's not hard, but I kept getting off count. And to be quite frank, I'm going to use this for Taya's Design in Progress when it comes up. So I frogged it. And I'll probably come back to it when I can figure out why I keep getting off count every time I do one of her patterns. It's got to be me. It's not her. But so there's Miss Babs in here in a gray, in a blue, kind of bluish, and a her Maryland sheep and wool colorway from last year. Mm-hmm. And this will be for Taya's work in progress when we get to that point. But that's frogged. I'm getting rid of things slowly but surely. There may be more frogging to become.
I just realized I should have decreased this row. But, I also frog, but I actually need to frog this row.
Well, you show the frog first, because then I can talk about my stuff while you're doing your stuff.
Oh, okay. Well, let me do one more stitch, because otherwise it's gonna fall out, and then I'm gonna lose that. I want it to be enough that I don't lose my stitch here. I don't want to re-knit something I have no intention of. There we go. That should stay now that I have more than one.
Yeah.
Okay, so I ended up frogging the Golden Even Star. That was the Even Star Mittens, patterned by Natalia Mariva. I actually really love how the color work was working out. I was working it with Dragonfly Fibers, but the reason I tore it out was the gauge they had listed was only for the small, and they didn't have you increase stitches if you had a bigger hand. So I had to guess what needle size to go up to, and I guessed wrong.
Didn't fit me, didn't fit her.
Yeah. So I wasn't going to spend all that time knitting a color work mitten that no one in the house could wear.
Because Davina wouldn't wear it.
No, Davina wouldn't wear it. So I tore it out. At this point, I'm not going to revisit that pattern simply because I'm not happy with the way they write their sizes. I have another couple. I'm now looking at fingerless mitts, which I'm actually more likely to wear.
Right. Everybody in this house is more likely to wear them, except Daddy.
Yeah. So, I'm looking at those now. But I'm going to wait till after Maryland Sheep and Wool, because the one I'm leaning toward is finger and weight yarn, and I'm going to need to pick up some knit picks for that. Going to look at their colors and all that.
Okay. I have an FO, and that's my Do You Want to Build a Snowman hat.
I didn't know you finished that.
Yeah.
I didn't know you were that close to finishing that.
Now, I ended up sewing the brim in place because somewhere along the line I missed a loop, and I had to fix it, and I sewed it to do that, and so I just decided to go ahead and fix the brim. And it's still pretty stretchy. It's going to have to be for a smaller baby. It's not going to last as long because it's really not as stretchy. But
and by last long, she doesn't mean it's going to fall apart. She means
I mean that the
it's
size.
not going to stretch.
Yeah, it's not real stretchy. But it should be all right, I think. And if they decide that it doesn't fit the baby, they can give it to a doll.
Right.
So that's that.
Now, baby sweater update. Where are we at with that?
The baby sweater I made I finally blocked it this morning, so it's drying on a little square, and I'm in the process of finding a button for it, and then weave in the ends and put the button on. Hopefully that'll be done for next week, depending on if I use one. Ty has some buttons to look at, or I might find one at Maryland Sheep and Wool. But most likely, if the button here fits that Ty has, I'll probably put it on because I don't want to bring the sweater with me.
Right.
So hopefully that will be done, and I will be able to show you the finished sweater next week, hopefully. Okay? So that takes care of that.
Yep, now let me do my decrease before I mess up again. Decrease. Because I got distracted and thought I was on the wrong side row.
Right.
There we go. Alright. So, I have a couple finished objects. Sorry, allergies, gosh. I even took my allergy medicine. So, the first one I'm going to show is not the first one I finished, but I finished the Lifesaver Stethoscope Cozy by Kim Sheeler, and it was using stray cat socks, self-striping sock in the colorway Lifesaver. And this is the one with the modifications. It does fit over the stethoscope head easily. It slides on and off. This is my old stethoscope, the one with the crack in the tubing. My real stethoscopes at work. I really wanted to finish this cozy this week because I wanted to start a new one for Maryland Sheep and Wool. But so I wanted to finish this one because I wanted the needles free. But I knew as soon as I finished it, I was going to want to take it to work and put it on my other stethoscope. So I was like, well, I got to finish it before the podcast then. And always very close. So it fits over the stethoscope head, all ribbing up until the top. And then, isn't that button perfect?
Cute.
So this stethoscope doesn't really bend very well. It dried out. So let me actually pop this off. Because it needs to go to work with me tomorrow. The stethoscope's new purpose in life is to be my model for all my stethoscope cozies.
There we go.
So this will be going to work with me.
Okay, you might want to put this over in that basket before it gets lost. Okay.
Okay, so the other project, actually, I'm really delighted to show because I can't wait to put it on because I'm cold. I finished the Minestrone Tam, which is a chamomile tam pattern by Maria Wallen.
If I had known you had two, I would let you do that first.
Well, that's why I was really confused about, because I even told you at the beginning of the podcast I had two.
Yeah, but you didn't say anything when we got here. You can't tell me things at the beginning of the podcast and expect me to remember.
Oh.
Okay.
Because I did tell you.
Uh-huh. I only have your word for that.
I told you when...
Show it.
So.
Show the roar. Do the roar.
This is the Minestrone Tam, which is the chamomile tam by Marie Wallen. I used Matte Tosh DK in the colorways Antique Lace, Phantasm, Flycatcher Blue, Blood Rose Cold, Joshua Shire, and Liquid Gold. So,
very pretty.
I love the top of this.
That is gorgeous.
And it has grown on me. It still needs to be blocked. I had so many ends to weave in. But
it really looked funny. Little tail.
And I love showing the...
You can wear it backwards.
I would never wear it backwards.
You can wear it backwards. Mirror image. Inside out image.
I do like how Colorwork does look pretty nice on the inside too if you do it well. So... so this Divina Forms, the full name is Tamersham?
Tamersham, yeah, something like that.
There's my back end.
It was really pretty.
So, it's supposed to be worn slouchy. Because it's a tam. That's what it's meant for. Although I guess technically it's supposed to be... I think they said when you block this, you're supposed to iron it flat. Because this is actually supposed to be like that.
Right.
And then you wear it kind of like that. It's...
Looks like a fez. Not quite as tall. I'll be afraid to iron that.
Well, you iron it through something.
I know, but still.
I mean, it's a similar idea. Honestly, I'll probably just end up flattening it down like I do my other ones.
Wear it the way you want to wear it.
So, yep, there it is. It's...
That's nice. Things get real well. That's good.
So, and now I'm warm.
Okay.
Not hot.
All right. And stash enhancements.
Do you have any?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you?
Yes, I do.
How many?
Well, this side show together. This side show... So, I'll say 3 because several of these I show together.
I have 3 too.
Okay.
To show together.
So, mini skeins. Mini skeins.
Micro mini skeins.
So, I stole this from Mom.
That was given to me a while back by Laura Smoot from one of her friends. I'm not sure the
and I was like, it's fingering weight. You don't need it. It's just sitting there. So I stole it.
It wasn't sitting there. It was being decorative.
It can be decorative in my blanket.
It's not on my wall being decorative.
It wasn't on your wall anyway. it was hidden in your desk.
Mm-mm.
You actually finished your tea before me.
I always do.
And then this one was from your sweater.
My
Whoops.
sweater, yeah. This is Dragonfly Fibers in the Dragonfly colorway, I think.
Yeah, it is. So. Boof.
Okay, my first one is so I can have tea in a cup with the infuser. This is my Frog it, Rivet. It's a Rivet infuser. Rivet. It's not a turtle and it's not an owl, but it's a rivet. It's a frog, and apparently it floats in the cup, so it keeps the tea leaves from getting all over the place. We'll see how well it works.
Yeah. It looks like it would work pretty well.
But it just amuses me, and it has a little jar to put it in when you're done. So that's cool.
That's nice.
So that's fun.
And I printed out 2 patterns. This one is free. It's from Norwegian Knitting. And they actually have a free Facebook group and email thing and everything. I really like my Facebook colorwork groups. But this is Selbu Rose Wrist Warmers.
Very pretty.
And that's free. And use sport weight yarn. The one I really want to start, but I have to wait till after Maryland Sheep and Wool to start. Sweet Paprika Designs Portraiture Mitts. And this requires fingering weight yarn. And I don't have enough fingering weight right now.
Very pretty.
For that. So. Another corrugated ribbing.
Mm-hmm. I think it's something they probably do a lot because they have that, it gives you that kind of graduated color.
Mm-hmm. So it's really cool. It has all the complexity of look of some of the mittens without being mittens. Because I really don't wear mittens that much. Ever.
Yeah, I don't wear mittens very often either. Okay, my next one was from the bottom of the hill. They had some more stamps. So I picked up some stamps. There's just a variety of different stamps in here. Hopefully they'll fit. This one says out of this world. So it's just, you know, kind of, there was no bunnies or anything or anything like that. No
so nothing
owls, but they're just things that I might want to use.
Mm-hmm.
And then there were a couple of sets. Like this one has, I mean, these sets, for $4 I got this one. And it's got like, can't take this thing off. But it's got, you know, like summer treats and things. So there's a couple of these sets. This one was $2 and it has 4 of these pretty long. This one actually I might not be able to fit on my
card,
my stamp.
Mm-hmm.
I might have to cut it off or something until I can get bigger stamps. But so I got that. There's more in here, but not a whole lot more.
And then my last, about a month ago, and I look back, it was about a month ago, I ordered on the 3rd of April. These are mitten blockers, which will also work for the fingerless, as long as they don't have the finger, like for each individual finger. Right. And when they arrived from Russia, they were marked as toys.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a toy, in case you're curious. So this is for the large size, which, as you can see, my hand qualifies as. So that's part of why I could not wear the Even Star ones. They were just too small. And then I picked up a size that would be more likely for Davina. Because this would be way too... I mean, my fingers stretch past.
I mean, she has long fingers, but she has smaller hands.
Yeah. See? Whee! So. I figured having 2 sizes wouldn't hurt. I don't own any sock blockers, but I figured mitt blockers would.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
Because with colorwork, that's one really depressing thing is if your colorwork doesn't fit.
Right. Okay, the thing I picked up, I don't usually buy magazines anymore. I get my patterns from Ravelry for the most part. Excuse me. Or book, but usually it's from Ravelry. This is the Best of Knit Simple Easy shawls, 55 warm wraps. Okay. And it's got some really nice patterns in here. I'm not going to show you everything. I just want to see if I can show you a couple that made me want to pick it up. There's some easy ones in here that are, you know, basically like garter stitch and things like that. I like the way of tying this one. This one can be worn like several different ways, and I like the way she's got it down here, where she's got it tied around her waist. That's kind of neat. Let's see, rectangles. I'm not a big fan of rectangle shawls, but sometimes they're really pretty. So I kind of, it's too much like doing a blanket.
Mm-hmm.
Although this one's kind of pretty with the edging. I haven't seen one like this with the cables. Like that almost looks like a blanket.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. This one I like with the sweater kind of thing. It buttons for sleeves or whatever, so that's kind of neat. I like things that are versatile. Some of these triangle shawls are really pretty. And they seem to be a range of weights.
Which is nice.
Which is nice. Trying to find... There was one in here that I said, I want this because I just wanted that particular shawl. And I haven't been able to find it yet. Here's another one tied around the waist.
Mm-hmm.
Because you like this one. Oh, it's probably here. In the ponchos. So they actually lumped ponchos in this one. I absolutely love this one. Now, I don't know if that's mosaic or color work. Looks like it might be color work.
Mm-hmm.
Graphic plaid patterning worked in slip stitch mosaic.
Oh, well, there you go, Mom.
Nice. I like this one. It's also mosaic. Awesome. Because if I'm doing color work, it'll probably be mosaic. I mean, there's just some really, really pretty poncho type Rana things that I really like. But it has to be done in heavy enough yarn, so I'm not working on it until the end of time. So, that's that.
Alrighty, so that leads us on to autobiography.
Okay, is that... Okay, yeah.
Shop news?
I can do it afterward. I have Etsy shop afterward. I don't...
Usually we do the shop news before autobiography.
Only because we've been doing it, not because it's written there. But I can do it. That's fine. Okay, shop
Because
news.
we usually finish off with autobiography. It feels weird to do it otherwise.
I will probably be posting an update soon. Probably after Maryland Sheep and Wool. I think I might have one more skein of the See the Potential to put up. I might be dyeing up more of each of those colorways later. I haven't quite decided when. I have a new colorway called Blushing Flamingo. That's this. There's 2 shades of pink in here that you might not be able to make out, and black. And I had it called something else, and my husband said it looks like flamingos, so it's called Blushing Flamingos. And these are 80, let's see, these are, I have a chance to get my tags up, so I have to look here. 467 yards, 100 grams, 80-20, so superwash merino, 20% polyamide. And my prototype for that was this. So,
Thank you.
and then I was playing around a little bit in the dye pots. I haven't done a lot of big skeins lately because I just haven't been able to. But I came up with these 3.
Look at the pretties.
Okay. So there's this one. And this one. And this one. So
Hulk Smash. Tangerine.
she's calling it Hulk Smash. I haven't decided yet. This one will be a little challenging for me to reproduce, but I think I can.
Mm-hmm. I think I can.
And I just have to figure out which is the dark blue I used for this one. And I know how to do this one. So if you like these, let me know. And I will make bigger skeins.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Okay.
Very pretty.
All right.
Very different colors.
Yeah, I just felt like doing something fun.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, they're all fun, but,
I know what you mean.
you know, just enjoyable for not having to think over much.
Right.
You know, just kind of put the colors together. Okay. Autobiography.
So,
Because you have no news on the...
no.
Yeah.
Other than the fact that I made a post in Francesca Gypsy Designs.
Yeah, that was a good post.
Just a, hey guys, don't run away. I will be back eventually. Blah, 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 blah. But autobiography mostly was working on shared story.
Yay!
Reading over old stuff to get the feel of the story again. And writing to it. So that is part of the reason why only a couple packages went off.
Mm-hmm.
So your fault.
I can take the hit. I've been waiting for that for a while. I can take the hit.
It's still not done.
I know. But progress was made.
Yes.
And it's been fun to see that happen. Usually we're about on a month by month, but with her health stuff and schedules and things like that, and even last year when it was your health that impacted it.
Yeah.
And I had that for a year last year almost. Usually we don't go that long. Usually it's every month or 2 months, but it's been rough the last couple of years. Okay, I've been reading The Dark Force Rising, which is the second book in the, was it trilogy?
Yeah, it's the Thrawn trilogy.
Thrawn trilogy, so I'm reading that, and I'm enjoying that, and I've been kind of also refamiliarizing with myself with the shared story as well. You know, just basically my religious reading and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to set some priorities so I'm not just... Time gets away from me, and I don't want time to get away from me. I don't need dead time. I need to make sure that, you know, even if I'm just resting, then that's what I wanted to do. I'm not just sitting there doing nothing, because I don't have a whole lot of time to do things that I want to do, because things have to get done. And if I just don't do those, you know, if I do what I want to do, then things that have to get done don't get done. So I'm trying to prioritize, which is why I've been a little bit sporadic in my answering of things and stuff like that. But once I get in some kind of rhythm, it'll even out a little bit. Do you have anything for that?
No.
Okay.
I'm done.
All right. If you're going to Maryland Sheep and Wool, that's this coming weekend. All right, we'll be there Saturday. The meetup, I believe, is between 1 and 1:30 till whenever. It is in, I think it's Barn 7-8. There's a show ring. I don't have my information sitting here right with me.
I was like, and the person who sets it up is completely confused.
Well,
about...
I haven't been. I set everything up, and then I didn't go back until like yesterday or whenever it was when I printed everything off. It is in the Maryland Sheep and Wool group. There's a podcast thread and podcast and meetup thread. So, you know, just go there and you'll see. Or you can PM me if you're going, and I'll give you the information. I can look it up and give it to you. And it's from like 1 or 1:30 till whenever. And it is covered. It is not inside, but it is covered. Okay? And we'd love to see you there. If you see us walking around, we'd love to see you there. Just stop us and say hi. That's fine. Okay. We want to thank the people who commented on YouTube as well as on Ravelry, but on YouTube. Ellen Crafts. She told me how to say it. Ellen Crafts, I think is how she said. Rena and Victorian Studio. So thank you guys for commenting on YouTube. We appreciate it. And all that
I feel like someone else commented too.
There were just 3 last time I looked, unless it was recent.
I think it was recent.
So we want to thank everybody who commented there. Oh, we forgot our knitting ephemera, and thankfully it's short.
Yes.
Okay. And the noise you hear is my husband. He just got home. All right. And I can actually read this without my glasses. Okay, this is just a random fact. It's short. Prior to the 17th century, the merino industry was so important in Spain that exporting a merino sheep was an offense punishable by death. Interesting.
So
A little frightening. So think that over about exporting merino sheep. We would not have our merino wool.
which all of us seem to use.
Yes. Okay, so if you do go to Maryland Sheep and Wool this weekend, please stop us and say hello. We'll be there Saturday, as I said. We are planning on podcasting Monday, I think.
I believe that is the plan.
So we will see you here again in the Woman Cave on Monday or Tuesday, whenever you get, whenever you get to watching it. And I got a little distracted because my husband was talking to my daughter. Okay, so we wish you a week full of knitting, crocheting, crafting, reading, writing, whatever it is you like to do, full of blessings and happiness. And we hope to see you here again in the Woman Cave for the Fun in the Woman Cave next week. This is the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 306. And that's a wrap.
Bye.